Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sopo and I wanted to film for you, sort of get ready with me today in the morning. It's early morning, I have to leave for work in about 15 minutes. So as you can see, I don't have any makeup on my face. I just washed it and then I applied some sunscreen, 50 plus, and some lip scrub. And also I have on my lips Laneige lip mask. I really love to use that product because it makes my lips so soft. I know that it's better to apply it the night before and then leave it overnight, but sometimes I forget it. So I'm using it sort of like as a lip balm. Basically that is it, the canvas. You can see I have quite a bit of spots going on. I talked about this in one of my previous videos where I discussed my skin condition post peel. I'm gonna link it somewhere if you want to check it out and how I'm addressing it. So I don't feel quite confident to go out completely just like that, but I don't want to wear anything heavy, especially that I'm running out of time. I want to apply something lightweight but also to cover those spots, to make me feel like myself but a little bit better. So I thought in this process, why not film it for you as well and show you how I'm doing my quick work related day-to-day makeup look. So let's get started. I would say the very first thing which I'm gonna do is to apply this MAC Prep and Fix primer. It is supposed to soothe the skin and then also prepare it so that the makeup sticks all day long. I never really had problem for makeup to come down, even those days when I didn't really use any prep and fix mist, but sometimes I'm using that. My first step is usually this by Terry CC serum, brightening serum. Ever since I had it, you can see that I've used it quite a bit because I'm really loving that. The days when I'm applying this, I don't really use my what is it called, skin moisturizer, like morning moisturizer, because I feel like that such serum works the best on very blank canvas. So as you saw, I pumped 2 times on my palm and then I'm just applying it directly on my skin. I feel like that it gives this plumping glow as a base. I don't know if you can see, but like feel when I'm looking in the mirror, it looks for me like that my skin is radiating. This one is in apricot color. There is also shade more brighter and darker in this range. I was not really sure if this would fit, but because it's serum formula, it just really blends in your skin very well. Doesn't leave that heavy apricot base on your face if you're pale like me, so you don't have to worry about that. As a next step, I'm gonna be using my Bobbi Brown foundation stick. This one is in color Ivory and I really love this one because I can use this spot wise. I don't need to apply it everywhere, but it gives me pretty good coverage. So I'm applying it directly on the areas where I have spots, and also I really love to apply it next to my mouth. Somehow I feel like that the skin is a little bit darker there. And then let's see, I have a bit of spots here, a bit here. Okay, I had some more pigmentation left on my cheek. It is looking much better. I feel like that my healthier diet is having its effect on my face. Also using the vitamin C serum every morning and evening, and obviously the protective sunscreen. Definitely when you have pigmentation, that is the first thing you should remember, that using sunscreen is a must if you don't want those spots to get even darker. Yeah, you have to use that on a daily basis. Blending in this foundation stick with the sponge, as you can see, it is slightly wet and helps the product to be absorbed in the face. So looking into the mirror, I still see several spots peeking out in here, and for that reason I'm going to be applying my Benefit #1 industrial strength concealer. I feel like that I have hair in my mouth. Story of a cat mom. So just using a little brush over here to directly apply it on concrete spots. So that is it. I think that is pretty much it. I don't have a lot of luckily currently I don't have a lot of places which need to be hidden with concealer. I had a pretty stressful week last week with all the things going on related to work but also home. It's getting pretty tight right now with the schedule, running from one place to another, and also at work there was quite a bit going on and I felt very stressed. This obviously doesn't do good for skin as well. It obviously always shows up. For me, dark circles come out, spots instantly start to show out. I also lose my appetite, so it's really not good. I took this weekend to just heal and calm down and just really concentrate on myself. I'm really grateful for that. I don't really feel like I'm completely over the tiredness, the emotional tiredness, but yeah, that's how life is. I have creamy radiant concealer from NARS in color Chantilly, which I'm gonna apply in my under eye area just to brighten it up a little bit more even. Sometimes I don't use under eye concealer, depends on particular days. Some days my under eyes look quite light. I don't struggle much with under eye bags as told, but just because of what I retold right now about the past week and the stress and anxiety that I had to go through, I feel like that my eyes could use extra brightness. It always looks too bright right after applying, but it takes few seconds before it gets absorbed and then just blends in with my natural skin color, I would say. I just saw that on the tip of my nose I still have a bit of pimple rest. Okay, that one is gone as well. One thing also, when I apply the foundation stick on my face, I always try to apply something a bit warm on my neck as well, so that it doesn't show off like the transition. This one is Clarins powder in honey, but it is pretty dark, so I always take a little bit with my brush and then try to take try to fluff off the residue and then apply whatever stays on my brush on neckline. I think that is better. Okay, the next step is brows. I try to brush it up first. My brows are such a mess. I have not plucked it a few years now and have not gone to a salon or anywhere, to be very honest. Really love this bushy look, but I think it's going on the border of looking messy. Maybe I will have to look into that to finding someone who's gonna sort this out. Currently I'm just using Brow Lift by Tilbury in color Lift, maybe that's the color, I'm not really sure. Just fill in the areas. I still want it to look natural, so I'm not like creating any shape or like a tattoo painting it on. I feel like being Caucasian, I still have quite a lot of hair on my body, including the brows. So I'm just following the same line and giving it a bit of more definition. And with brows, I always make mistakes, but the good thing is that it blends out pretty easily. You just have to brush it up once again, and it looks a lot more natural. So, there you can see it probably is not equal. But much better than it was before. Good. I don't really have time for doing something more with that right now. What we need to do is warm up my face a little bit. I am using the Tom Ford shade and illuminate duo over here. I'm just gonna warm it up with finger and directly apply in the middle of my cheek, and then start to blend it out with finger. You can do it with brush obviously, or sponge, but I feel that that would lose so much product, that would absorb so much product, that it's a pity, especially that this palette costs up to 70 euro, if I remember it correct. So pretty heavy price tag, but I'm loving this one because it has such a beautiful natural depth, and gives like sun-kissed bronze, in my opinion. Not one of those sort of ugly looking apricot brick color, which I really do not like, to be very honest. So I applied a little bit on the sides of my nose. As you saw, my nose is crooked, and I always try to correct it with playing with the light and shade. I think that is as much as I'm gonna apply on a day look. In the evening I apply a little bit more to intensify it, but for daytime I think it is pretty good. The next thing is blush, and let's use this Ilia multi-stick pigmented blush, liquid blush, which is in the color Haze. I'm loving this one so much. So I just press it, a little bit of product comes directly on my cheeks, and then try to use rest on the lips. So we can blend it out with a brush or with fingers, obviously. Gonna do the rest with fingers. Also, I always use the little rests on my eyelids so that it looks all tied up and blended together. Okay, and then the next step is to put a little bit of highlighter on top of all of those. This one is my absolute favorite. The next step is curling the eyelashes. I have very thin and sparse eyelashes, and I feel like when I do this, if I have time, which I don't do always, that it gives a lot more visibility because it's like curved than when just directly applying the mascara. I'm using Better Than Sex mascara here. It's by Too Faced. This one is very good, gives volume, but after a while it starts to just come off on your cheeks, which is definitely a negative point. I don't know why it is like that. I think it is not waterproof, and I tear up pretty easily when I walk to the work. For example, little bit of wind is already enough for me to tear up. So that is that. I still feel like having hair on my lips. Yes, another cat hair. Gosh. Okay. The very last touches. Lip cheat, my absolute favorite of this month. By Charlotte Tilbury. I try to line up my lips over the lip border. So that looks a lot bigger right now. And the final thing to apply is my Charlotte Tilbury lip lustre in Pillow Talk. So guys, that is it for my morning routine. My hair is still wet, I know, but I don't have time to dry that up right now. I'm gonna show you the full look in the mirror very quickly. So this is the final look, guys, and I need to run now to work because I am extremely late. So finally showing you the makeup in front of the mirror once again so that you can see it in full set modus. And yeah, that is it. I hope you loved watching what I apply on my face on a day-to-day basis, and hope you loved or love this look. You can see it a bit better right now. So yeah, if you did, please like and subscribe, stay on board, check out the rest of the videos. I'm gonna be happy to see you on board as a new friend. I'm posting 2 times a week, so until next time, have a great week, everyone.